just arrived.
Good, good. Well, we will go right at 10:15.
Good. Yourself? Not too bad. Okay. Campfire. Hey. Doing well. How are you? All right. You're the other new one? Good enough. How long? Yeah. Okay. He started a week before I. Oh, so he's got 10 years. I'm the baby. Grabbing another one in the spring. I'm still learning. Oh, is he? I haven't talked to him yet. Yeah. So far. Yeah.
All right. It is now 10:15, and all of the commissioners have assembled, so we will go ahead and call the agenda meeting to order. I ask those participating on the phone, please mute your phone unless you need to speak. First order of business is to approve the minutes from November 17th. Again, we didn't meet last week. I hope everyone had a good holiday with their families, but we have minutes from November 17th. So you all have seen those. Are there any additions or corrections? Hearing none, all those in favor of approving the minutes from November 17th say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Those minutes are approved 5-0. All right, we have 4 tariffs and new orders today, 2 brief other discussions, and that's it. So jumping right in to tariffs and new orders, first up is file number EO 2021-0401. This is in the matter of the joint application of Union Electric Company, DBA Ameren, Missouri, for an order approving a letter agreement allowing the transfer of certain electric customers to the Board of Municipal Utilities of the city of Sikeston. So Ameren and Sikeston have filed a joint application for approval of a territorial agreement allowing the city's municipal utility to provide service to 6 customers that are currently served by Ameren. Ameren serves those 6 customers due to an agreement that was reached in 1996, but these are the only remaining customers being served under that 1996 agreement. However, those customers can be served by the city-owned utility, and expect that the service quality would improve for those 6 customers if they receive their service from the city, due to some differences between some communications that have to happen between the city and Ameren. So staff performed a review and recommended that the agreement be approved. No other responses were received. So I think the approval of the territorial agreement is not detrimental to the public interest and therefore support the order version 2. Commissioner Roop?
I am supporting the order.
Commissioner Coleman?
I support the order.
Commissioner Holzman?
I support the order.
And Commissioner Kolkmeyer?
And I also support the order.
All right, all those in favor of approving the order as drafted version 2 say aye. Aye.
Aye.
That order is approved 5-0. Next up, file number GR 2021-0127. This is in the matter of Spire, Missouri, Inc., DBA Spire East Purchase Gas Adjustment Tariff Filing. This order grants Spire's request for a protective order to allow it to identify materials in this case as highly confidential and require a non-disclosure agreement to be signed by certain parties before they can access that information. This does not grant Spire's request to prohibit anyone from the Environmental Defense Fund who is working on the DC Circuit St. Louis pipeline case from accessing information in the case. The order finds that there is a need to safeguard information from unnecessary disclosure. However, there is no need for a protective order to contain a provision that singles out any party, particularly one with no history of violations, merely because they're engaged in active litigation with Spire in a different jurisdiction. So I think that this is an appropriate balance, safeguarding sensitive information while not unnecessarily prejudicing any party in the case. So I support this order version 2. Commissioner Root,
I support the order also.
Commissioner Coleman,
I support the order.
Commissioner Holzman,
I support the order.
and Commissioner Kolkmeyer.
And I'm in support as well.
All right. All those in favor of approving the order as drafted version 2 say aye. Aye.
Aye.
That order is approved 5-0. Next up, file number EO 2022-0073. This is in the matter of the joint application of Osage Valley Electric Cooperative Association and the City of Rich Hill, Missouri, for approval of a written territorial agreement designating the boundaries of each electric service supplier within the City of Rich Hill, which is in Bates County, Missouri. So Osage Valley Co-op and the City of Rich Hill have filed a joint application for approval of a territorial agreement where all 696 customers currently served by the city will be transferred to Osage. The case was originally filed as a change of supplier request in EO 2022-0073, but the parties then filed a territorial agreement opening this case, and those cases have now been consolidated. So the voters in Rich Hill overwhelmingly approved the sale of their municipal electric system to the co-op. Staff performed a review and recommended that the territorial agreement be approved. No other responses were received. So approval of the territorial agreement and change of supplier will allow continued service and increased reliability for the affected customers. Based on the application and staff's recommendation, I believe the order appropriately finds that first, the territorial agreement is not detrimental to the public, and second, the associated supplier change is in the public interest for a reason other than a rate differential. So accordingly, I'll go ahead and support this report and order version 3. Commissioner Root.
I am supporting as well.
Commissioner Coleman,
I support the order.
Commissioner Holzman,
I support the order.
and Commissioner Kolkmeyer.
And I do as well.
All right, all those in favor of approving the orders drafted version 3 say aye. Aye.
Aye.
That order is approved 5-0. Final report and order today is file number WA 2022-0049. This is in the matter of Missouri American Water Company for a certificate of convenience and necessity, authorizing it to install, own, acquire, construct, operate, control, manage, and maintain a water system and sewer system in and around the city of Oric, Missouri. So Missouri American is seeking authority to purchase and operate a municipal water and sewer system in Oric. The municipal system has 335 water and 335 sewer customers. The sale of the municipal system has been approved by a vote of the residents. Staff reviewed the application and recommended approval subject to certain conditions, and no party has responded to the recommendation or the conditions. So the certificate, based on the application and supporting documentation and staff's recommendation, I believe meets the Tartan factors. There is current and future need for service. Missouri American has the financial and technical abilities to operate. The project is economically feasible, and granting the CCN is in the public interest. On the rate base, the order also finds that Missouri American and Oric systems meet the statutory requirements in section 393.320, RISMO, to be considered large and small water utilities entitled to approval of the appraised rate base. So with that, I support this order version 1. Commissioner Root,
I am supporting the order.
Commissioner Coleman,
I support the order.
Commissioner Holzman,
I support the order.
and Commissioner Kolkmeyer.
And I also support the order.
All right. All those in favor of approving the order as drafted version 1 say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
That order is approved 5-0. That concludes reports and orders. Next up, as I mentioned, we have two brief other discussions. First is discussion for the opening of closed agenda minutes to disclose a previously closed contract discussion. Judge Woodruff.
Yes, a few weeks ago, we had a discussion during closed agenda about consultant services contracts. Those contracts have now been awarded, and under the Sunshine Law, the closed discussion now needs to be made open. So I'm recommending that you vote to open those closed agenda minutes from November 4th.
Okay. Is there any discussion on the recommendation to open the minutes? All right, hearing none, I'll make the motion to open those closed minutes. Is there a second?
Second by
second.
Holzman.
Seconded by Root. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor of approving the motion to open those closed minutes, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
That motion is approved 5-0. Thank you, Judge. And then we have one other on a sunshine request.
Yes, this was a sunshine request from an attorney in St. Louis that was looking for documents related to the proposed construction of an electrical substation in Des Peres. We had a few documents that relate to that. I contacted Ameren. They have no objection to releasing those documents to them. So I recommend the commission vote to release there's some spreadsheets, and we would be releasing the portions of the spreadsheets that pertain to the Barrett Station Road substation construction project.
Okay. Any discussion on releasing this information via the sunshine request? All right, hearing none, I'll make the motion to release the information. Is there any second?
Second.
Seconded by, I believe that was Commissioner Holzman. Any discussion
correct.
on the motion? All right, hearing none, all those in favor of approving the motion to release the information via the sunshine request, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
That motion carries 5-0. Thank you, Judge. That concludes other discussion. So that just leaves us with upcoming scheduling. Monday, December 6th through Friday, December 10th, we have an evidentiary hearing scheduled in ER 2021-0240. That also includes GR 2021-0241. Those are Ameren's tariffs to adjust its revenues for electric and gas service. That will be at room 310 at 8:30 a.m. with Judge Woodruff. Wednesday, December 8th, we have an agenda currently scheduled at 8:30 a.m. I understand there may be some discussion of moving that, so we will be in contact with the commissioners to find a time that works for everyone. Wednesday, December 15th, we have agenda at 10:15 a.m. Thursday, December 16th, we have an evidentiary hearing in GC 2021-0395. That's Steins v. Liberty at 9:30 a.m. with Judge Clark. That will be commissioners via WebEx and parties to appear in person at the Maryville City Hall. That will be in the City Council chambers at 415 North Market Street, Maryville, Missouri 64468. Wednesday, December 22nd, we have agenda at 10:15 a.m. And Wednesday, December 29th, we have agenda at 10:15 a.m. So that gets us out through the end of 2021. Any comments, questions, or requests regarding scheduling for the rest of the year? All right, hearing none, as I mentioned, we'll be in contact about agenda time for next week. And with no further business coming before the body, we will stand adjourned. Thank you,
Thank you,
commissioners.
Mr. Chairman.